In the 19th and 20th centuries, fossil fuels drove the world economy and global politics. The location of coal deposits, oil fields, and natural gas reserves shaped economies, created alliances, and sparked wars. The 21st century will be shaped by other natural resources. Many see one rising superpower is moving quickly to dominate the global market. China built its massive economy through its role as a supplier of cheap labor and manufacturing to the industrialized West. In recent years, it has sought to ensure a steady supply of minerals used for the electronic components in everything from military and communications equipment to renewable energy generation and storage. The Democratic Republic of the Congo, for instance, holds half of the world's cobalt reserves and is responsible for over 60% of cobalt production. The silvery metal is used to make the lithium-ion batteries found in portable devices and electric vehicles, as well as alloys used in turbines and jet engines. For the last 2 decades, China has invested heavily in the DRC, building critical infrastructure in exchange for mining rights. China now owns stakes in 10 of the country's 18 mines, accounting for over half of its total cobalt output. Lithium is another critical resource, with over 3/4 of the world's reserves located across just 3 South American countries in what's known as the Lithium Triangle. Backed by state-owned banks, Chinese companies have gained control of 2/3 of Chile's current lithium production, acquired stakes in 41% of Argentina's planned production, and struck a $2.3 billion deal to develop Bolivia's massive untapped reserves. Another opportunity has opened up with the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan, which boasts impressive reserves of not only lithium, but other important resources, such as gold, copper, and iron. These deals are not limited to developing nations. In Australia, which accounts for over half of the world's lithium production, a majority of ongoing mining projects have secured deals with Chinese firms. China itself is home to significant reserves of other important minerals, such as vanadium, a transition metal used in batteries, electromagnets, and high-strength alloys for aircraft. They are also the largest producer of graphite, whose lightweight and high conductivity makes it an important component of electrodes and solar panels, as well as many other industrial applications. Perhaps most importantly, China has the world's largest reserves of rare earth elements. These metals, such as scandium and yttrium, highly prized for their conductive luminescent and magnetic properties, are used to make displays and magnets in electronic devices, catalyze oil refining, and even enrich agricultural fertilizer. China has succeeded in key mineral markets because of its state-driven economic model that uses state power to give Chinese companies competitive advantages. Chinese banks lend money to foreign countries to finance development projects that are often awarded to Chinese companies. This is part of Beijing's strategy of using foreign development to achieve its high-growth economic targets and improve material living standards. China also has lower labor costs and looser environmental regulations, allowing its companies to undertake ventures that would not be viable for other countries. Beijing also has reached out to authoritarian governments, offering them alternatives to Western-backed financing that requires more outside oversight. These are among the economic practices the U.S. labels abusive, unfair, and illegal. The U.S. climate envoy says China is cornering the market on the world's mineral supply. In 2010, China drastically cut exports of rare earth elements, sending prices skyrocketing. That same year, exports to Japan were halted entirely amidst a territorial dispute. And while other countries have since moved to diversify their sources of rare earth elements, China still maintains a near monopoly on their refining and processing. A Biden administration report says many of China's aggressive measures are well outside globally accepted fair trading practices. Overall, a VOA analysis shows that China now holds the dominant position, supplying 21 of the 35 so-called critical minerals the United States considers crucial for its economy. How Washington, Beijing, and other governments handle these natural resources, powering the future of energy and technology, could have as big an influence over conflicts and alliances in the coming century as fossil fuels played in the last one.